What is up, everybody on YouTube? Max Rock here with another video, and today we're going to be looking at the ZTE Axon 7, 64 gigabytes of memory. This phone came out last year from ZTE, I think June, July time. Yeah, definitely around the summertime last year, at a price of $399.99. You could sometimes catch this phone at a lower price, like the $299 mark, even the $349 mark. You can get it from Best Buy or Amazon. It's a pretty cool phone. I would go over most of the specs here, but in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 20 megapixel camera sensor that's on the back of the phone. As you can see, it has a 1.8 aperture, also has a dual tone LED flash and a fingerprint scanner. And the reason why I mention that is because you can actually take photos with the fingerprint scanner by simply placing your finger on the fingerprint reader. Yeah. Also has an 8 megapixel camera in the front that's embedded in one of the two front-facing speakers, as you can see, top and bottom. This phone was only $399, so let's go ahead and give a look to the camera, see how good the photos are. It also records at 4K, 1080p 60 frames, and also 1080p for regular HD video. And the front-facing camera records at 1080p as well. So let's go ahead and get into this video and let me know what you guys think. So right now I'm on the rear. As you can see, we got the option to flip between front and back, which is standard in any phone with two cameras, one being front and back. You got the timer here, so you can just adjust this here to have the camera or the phone take a photo of you within a certain amount of time. You got the HDR mode, you got the flash, which you can go ahead and adjust here, which is kind of cool. You cut it on and you can adjust it to different levels, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. And also you have the settings. Right now we're in the camera settings here, so you can see you got I'm sorry if I didn't have this in the frame. You got a 20 megapixel option. You can change it over to 15, 12, 9, 5, or 2. Go back to the settings. You got video capture, watermark, shutter tone, which I have off, geotagging, volume key, anti-banning, save location, general settings that you will see in a smartphone for a camera app. For the video here, you got the option to change it over to 4K, two different formats for 4K there. As you can see, you got H.265 and H.264. And then you get 1080p 60 frames a second. You get 1080p 30 frames and 720p 30 frames. And you also get MMS video. Also for the settings, you get anti-banning, save location, pretty much the same settings. You get the manual mode for the rear-facing camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that. You can adjust the ISO, the shutter speeds, white balance, and you can also adjust the focus and the intervals, which is cool. Gives you that option here. You got other different camera modes. You got panoramic, multiple exposure, magic exposure, super night, slow motion, sport, and time lapse. And let's get out of this. Go over to the front-facing camera. So you see me here, recording this with the J7. So with this here, you get the beautify option and you get the video option. With the camera here itself, you can adjust it to 8 megapixels, 6 megapixels, or 5. You get the video caption option and then mirror image, point and shoot, basically general settings for a camera here. And when you go over to video mode, you get the option to record in 1080p, 720p. Those are both at 30 frames, and MMS video. So that's pretty much the settings there, or the way the outlook of the app is. Also with the rear-facing camera or the front-facing camera, with both of them, you get the options to use different filters. So you see those filters there. I'm not going to read them all. You can read them yourself. Yeah, so you get that option too. But anywho, what I'm going to do is just show you some sample photos of the 8 megapixel camera in the front. Well, some sample selfies, and then some photos for the 20 megapixel camera in the back. I shot a lot of photos here. Some of them are HDR. I'm not going to be able to tell the difference. I mean, I would, but that would just take more time. So anywho, let me know what you think of the video, and I'll see you guys in a few moments. one thing I can say about the ZTE Axon 7 is that both cameras perform pretty well when it comes to the perfect amount of lighting. So let's say you're on a daylight, the cameras perform extremely well, whether it be the front or the rear. And for the price you're paying, you do get decent cameras that take really nice photos. But the only issue that I have, which is not a big deal to me, but if I'm gonna give you like an accurate critique of the camera itself, it doesn't perform the best in low light conditions, but it does. It can get a photo or two, in my opinion. Like, it won't be the clearest photo, but it will still be able to catch some pretty good shots at night. If I can say anything else about the camera, I mean, it takes photos pretty quickly. So let me go ahead and show you guys this here. So you see me there, right? So watch this, watch. Pretty quickly, right? Not bad. And the same thing with the rear camera. Takes shots relatively quickly. And it also does it well with HDR mode on. Because you know how some phones you use with HDR, it literally takes a few extra seconds to get the actual photo to be processed through HDR or with HDR. Excuse me, enabled on the camera. But I also forgot to mention this live feature here that it has. So you can have live photo enabled. So like what happens is if you take a photo, let me show you guys. So look, let me see. 20 photos. All right. I did that right now. Okay. I did that wrong. So let me do another one. Hey, boom. All right. So let me go back to that. I'm sorry I fucked it up, guys, but as you can see, do all that. Boom. It's a live photo. So boom, live photo. See? And I accidentally went into burst mode with the camera here. But anyway, yeah, it's not too many negative things I can say about this camera. I am a fan of it. It performs extremely well, in my opinion. So if you have any other questions that you want to ask me about this phone here as far as the camera, go ahead and let me know. Yeah, I actually enjoyed doing this video here. So you guys, of course, thank you for watching my videos here. As you do know, my name is Max Rock. This was the ZTE Axon 7 camera review or camera overview. And I'm signing out. See you guys in the next one. Peace.